For this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song God Favored Me by Hezekiah Walker, and I received the song through the comment section, so if you have any song requests, feel free to leave a like in the video and comment down below with your song, okay? So this song starts off in the key of D major, and later on you will see that we modulate up to E major, and finally to F sharp major, okay? So this first portion of the song starts off playing in sort of that pedal point theory. So we're basically keeping our left hand static on D, A, and D, the octave, and our right hand will do all of the changes. So we start off on D major add 2, then we go into an A minor 7, then a D, and down to an A, and then back up to a D, okay? So that's that first portion. Now we play another E minor 7, but a different inversion, D, and back to that E minor 7. And that's basically the whole first portion of the intro as well as the first verse. And something that you can notice is that these chords are basically voiced in that voice leading position. Basically, the melodic line is the last note of each chord. All right. So once we finish this section of the song, we start playing a set of passing chords to lead on to the next section. So we ended off here, and we're going to do this. Right, and this is the first chord of the next portion, which is a 3 chord or F sharp minor 7. And the passing chords were F sharp minor over A. Then we can either just play G, or we can fill up the chord and play a G sus2. And then we're in the 3 chord. So now this is the first substitution or passing chord that we do. So we're playing 3. We basically play a 5 over 1. But since we were already voiced in this way, we don't have to move our right hand. All we have to do is move our left hand and we will have the passing chord. So passing chord, and then we land on that 4. So from 3 to 4, we use 1 as a passing chord. And the 4 is a G major 9. Now we use a passing chord on the 6 to land on the 2, right? It's all part of that secondary dominant theory, okay? Six, right? Our right hand stays static. All that is moving is our left hand. And here we can either play a B minor like this, or just a B with the octave if our hand isn't large enough, okay? Now this is the 2. We voice it like this again because we are trying to maintain the melody. So now we go to the 5 from that 2, and the 5 is played again in this manner to maintain the melody, and it's also a sus chord, okay? And we repeat the same thing. But in this case, I switched that passing chord before the 3 slightly, okay? We were here. I played this chord as a passing chord before the 3. Right, so sus, then an A9, and this is where we're going to the next portion of the song where the chords change slightly, and we're going to play a 1, right, D major add 2, then we're going to play a flat 7 over 2, right? So we're going to do basically this. da, 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 da. Right, we're going up the scale, but our right hand will be playing the chords that go with each note. So we start off on D major. Da, 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 da. We're playing a C major 7 over E. Da, da, da. Then a 3 chord, or technically a 1 over 3. Da, da, da. Then we land on that 4, G major 9, okay? Da, da, da. Sorry. Da, 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 da. Then a 3 chord, and again I'm keeping up with that melody. Da, 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 da. Then a 6. Da, then a 2. Da, da, da. Then a 5. Now here, from that 5 to that 6, we have various options. We can keep it simple like this. We just go from A over me. Then I'll do a 3 as a passing chord and back to the 6. And then the 2, and we repeat from there. We couldn't triumph over me, right? But there's something else that I heard in a separate video, a different passing chord that we can use. So here, we're going to do this. You see, so we're doing a whole set of passing chords right before that too. So what I did there was, and couldn't triumph. We go from that sus chord, and then we do this. We land on that 6 using that grace note. So then we play this passing chord, and this passing chord is another passing chord that you can use before the 3. So we do this 7 passing chord before the 3. Then we play the 3 in this voicing, and that sus voicing, and then we're back on the 6 to finally land on the 2, okay? So couldn't try. All right. Now let's skip over to the bridge of the song, which is where it says they whispered, conspired. Okay, so it basically ends off of this section of the song. So couldn't triumph over me. So we go into that 4 chord, which is the first chord, and it's basically a simple progression. It goes from 4, they whispered, 3, conspired, 2, they told their lies, 5, and then 1, and then back to the 4. But the voicings that we're going to use are these. So they whispered, we use this 3 right here, conspired, then this 2, and then 5, again this sus chord, and then we do that melodic line that is also part of the song, and the left hand basically plays 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, and the right hand plays 3, 4, 5, flat 7, and then 6. So all together, very easy to do. And this will also transition onto the other keys, that section of the song. So they whispered, conspired, they told their love, they were You can also do that passing line right there. I start off the A and go down chromatically onto F. So, all All right. Now, I also want to show a different manner to play this section of the song, right? Instead of just playing 4, 3, 2, 1, we can play something like this, right? They whispered, conspired, they told her, right? We're using a set of passing chords. So we start off on the 4, then we basically use a passing chord on that G sharp, half diminished in this case. Then we go into that 7, an altered chord, and then we go into the 3. And it's basically sort of a 7-3-6 progression, but we're thinking of the 3 as the 6. So 7, 3, 6, right? And then we go into the 6th chord, the actual 6th chord, to finally land on the 2. So they whisper, conspired, da 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 da. Now here is where it changes keys, and we use a very simple method to change keys. We're basically going to play a sus5 chord. So in this case, we're going to E major. So we go into the 5 of E, and we play the 4 of E. So 4 on our right hand and a 5 on the left hand, okay? So we just land on that 5. God favors me. And now we're on that E major. And we're playing the similar voicings. Da 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 da. Now let's modulate once again, but now onto F sharp, and we use the same exact method. So we play a 4 on our right hand, in this case the 4 of F sharp, and then a 5 on our left hand. God favors, da 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 God favors me, right? And something good about this key of F sharp, a small tip, is that this key includes all of the black notes, and all of the black notes in F sharp are basically that pentatonic scale, and that tends to work out with any chord in that scale. So we can, whenever we want to just play all of the black keys in any portion of the song, that tends to fit in well, okay? Alright, so now I'll play through the whole song without any interruptions, and I'll also go through each modulation. That way you can get a better idea of how it sounds, okay? you.